You ever see that movie Doctor Strange?
It's very good.
You know how he has that cape that helps him out?
Yeah, the magical cape that has sentience.
Yeah. It's this magical cape, and every time he's in trouble, this magical cape comes and helps him out because he's a good dude, and the cape likes what he's doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you can kind of do that for this show.
What? You could be our magical cape?
You could be our magical cape and help us keep the show going and help us grow the show. To find out how, go to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
Be our magical cape. It's not frivolous.
It's the most useful frivolous thing in the world, and I'm happy with it. And leave me alone.
Right.
This is We Have Concerns.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hi, Jeff Canada, and hello, concerned citizen.
Hey, Anthony, you're left-handed, right?
Yes.
You had to check.
I had to hold up my hands and see which one made the L. Yes.
I am also left-handed.
I know this.
In
couple
fact,
of fucking warlocks.
Couple of weirdos. Couple of burn them at the stake kind of fellas.
Look at these fucking black magic users over here.
Right. When I was doing...
Look at these shape-shifting goblins taking the place of people in our community.
That's right. We got to figure them out, find them, crush them, and destroy them.
Crush them and destroy them is what I say.
When I was doing Totally Rad Show, both my co-hosts were left-handed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I see where we're going. Are we feeding into the myth of the left-handed creative genius?
Well, that is the topic up for discussion. We got an article sent to us by Alik the Golfer Evans.
The golfer.
He comes through once again.
Another birdie by the golfer.
Another eagle. It was an eagle this time.
Is an eagle?
Yeah.
What's the difference between... This is a digression. I only
eagle
know...
is one stroke better than a birdie.
I thought a birdie was one.
It's 2 under par.
I thought it was a hole in one.
A birdie is a 1 under par, and an eagle is 2 under par.
So what's the word for a hole in one?
Hole in one.
Stupid. It should be like a phoenix.
Oh, a phoenix would be great.
Birdie, eagle, like condor. I'm not going to tell golfers how to golf.
Yeah.
But you fucked up. Two is a mistake, 3 is a pattern.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
This is an article in IFL Science all about left-handedness.
This is an article in IFL Science, meaning it was originally an article somewhere else.
Exactly. It's all about whether left-handed people like you and me are superior people, are better at things. There's a lot of anecdotal evidence that left-handed people, many of our presidents have been left-handed. A surprising number of people that we would all agree are geniuses are left-handed. Mozart, Tesla, sure. Aristotle, Marie Curie, Mark Twain.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Right now, the problem with these lists is they go, look at all of these geniuses that were left-handed. It's not like they say out of the total number of geniuses. I could make a list of geniuses that were right-handed. You know who they are? Everyone that's not on this fucking list.
Right, but I can't think of any geniuses that are on this list.
I know.
Can you?
There are over 10 geniuses on this list in the whole of human history.
Right.
Name another genius. Surely there were no more than 10.
No, this is all of the geniuses. They're left-handed. Da Vinci, notoriously left-handed. Anyway,
Did you say notoriously left-handed?
He was
watch out. Da Vinci's left-handed.
That's right.
Oh, shit.
Here he comes.
Let me tell you something about this motherfucker. This motherfucker is left-handed.
Yeah.
Back up.
Oh, shit.
Back the
Watch
fuck
out.
up.
The notorious LEFT.
What's up? What's up? Scissors aren't made for me.
Motherfuckers.
Woo.
Yeah.
If I'm a batter, it's fine. But if I'm a pitcher, it's fucking dope.
Well, they say that left-handedness is only between 10 and 13% of the population, and that's a disproportionate amount of geniuses. Disproportionate amount of geniuses.
Once again,
that's more than 10% of the geniuses.
Define the total number of geniuses.
I mean, this
sounds like a fucking... This is the problem. This article was written by a flighty-ass left-hander.
I want to know why you are so willing to just throw us all the rest of your kind under the bus and not get on this genius train.
Because I don't like this stuff. I don't like this left-handed people are more creative. Right-handed people are better at math. Taller people are more attractive. Fuck that. Well, taller people are more attractive. I'm just angry about that.
There was some science that was thrown at this.
Oh shit! They threw some science at it.
They threw some science right on top of it.
Was it notorious?
Exactly. There has been some studies that indicate that the corpus callosum in the brain is a bit larger in left-handers.
Sure.
Which is the thing that connects the two hemispheres of the brain together. And so they feel that there may be more information transferred between segments of the brain in left-handers.
Yep.
Just, making us superior.
Mm-hmm.
And there have been a lot of studies that equate left-handedness to artistic skill and mathematical skill.
Sure.
But the interesting thing that this article brings up is that most of these studies, they don't indicate how they determined left-handedness. They just say, they ask someone, are you left-handed? And they go, yes or no, and then they test them. But it turns out that there's a spectrum of left-handedness, and I'm sure you can relate because there are things I do right-handed. Right?
Yeah, of course.
And I think most left-handers, there are a few things you do right-handed, either because the rest of the world does it and you had to fucking figure it out, or there's just a weird spectrum inside all of us.
That is, handedness is fluid, and we don't hand shame anybody.
We don't want to hand shame.
No, here's what's up. I believe when they are like, oh, these two hemispheres are more connected, these parts of the brain are more developed, I do believe that it is because it has less to do, I think, with being left-handed in that the handedness itself is responsible for this. I think it is in that as a left-handed person, because only 10% of people are left-handed, you must find alternate ways to use the things that you have to use,
right,
to do the things that you have to do. They're simple. You know what I mean? It's as simple as using scissors. It's as simple as,
Man, I have never found using scissors simple in my life.
If you're left-handed, you have two choices. If you want to play a guitar, you either find a left-handed guitar teacher.
Yeah, or like me, I learned right-handed.
Or you learn right-handed
guitar.
because it's easier and cheaper.
Right.
And so I think because we're forced to switch between our hands more, perhaps that is what causes these things to become more developed.
Right.
And that is what causes it to look like a spectrum. When my dad was a kid, my father was born left-handed.
And the ruler slap thing?
Ruler slap. You're right-handed.
Yeah.
Nobody's left-handed.
And that ruler slap changed a lot of people.
And my father is an mechanical engineer. He had to learn drafting and stuff like that, and he had to do it all right-handed. So being forced to sort of use your non-dominant hand, I do believe can help specifically parts of your brain that have to do with coordination, fine motor skills, systems working together. Sure, they could become a little more developed.
So this is the study that is referenced in this article is one that was done recently. It was done on 2,300 students in primary school and high school, and they had a whole series of experiments. The first of which is called the Edinburgh Inventory, which assesses handedness in the experiment. So it puts people on a scale, and what they found was people, left-handed and right-handed people.
I know we've already made this joke, but it is so much less sexy than a Kinsey scale. It really is. Handedness, this is the least sexy. You cannot make a Showtime series about this.
No. Although you could probably make like a TBS show about it.
Sure.
It's a wacky handedness show about how the handedness scale came into being. And it's just a bunch of people like knocking stuff over with the wrong hand.
Oh, sorry. I'm a witch.
Anyway, they found that with math, with simple arithmetic, there's really no difference. Left hand, right hand, doesn't matter. We're all either good or bad at that. There's no correlation.
Sure.
But with people that are on the left-handed side of the scale, complex mathematical problems, they are actually more skilled at. And in fact, people on the extreme right side, extreme right-handers they call them, individuals who said they prefer to use the right-handed for all items, for every single thing, they underperformed in all the experiments compared to moderate right-handers and left-handers. So if you are extremely right-handed, you're an idiot person.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that is the one part of this that I think we can all agree with.
Right.
That is just data, that is just science, and that is just common sense. I would posit that 90 to 100% of gymnasts are right-handed.
Oh, that is
Fucking
you can tell on the pommel.
You look at a gymnast, and you're just like,
Yeah,
I
look
write
at
with
me.
my right hand.
I think right-handedness is where
Scissors are made for me. I'm a perfect physical specimen.
I can cartwheel both ways, but I still lead with my right hand.
I have 1% body fat, and I know exactly how to orient myself in the air at all times.
I move with grace and elegance.
I poked myself in the eye with a fork.
I hate
It's
gymnasts.
probably a left-handed fork. That's something a gymnast would say.
Yes.
No, but so here's my thing. The causality of all this.
Right.
Here's what I want to know. People, once somebody gets into college and they've used their right hands for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody told them like, hey, use your left hand occasionally for this. I just don't know how natural the spectrum is. Do you know what I mean? Versus environmental.
Oh,
that's what
right.
I'm interested in.
Yeah, you don't know if it's a pure brain function or if it's environmental and learned and you in the environment you have.
Yeah.
I'm very curious about this myself because I, as a left-handed person who was raised by righties.
First of all, I'm so sorry, and
it's not easy.
And I
live with it every day.
You're very brave.
Yeah,
and I want you to know that we hear you and we understand you.
I underperformed in t-ball because my father was not able to show me how to swing a bat correctly.
I underperformed in t-ball because I am naturally uncoordinated and my father's a big fucking nerd.
All of that is also true with me.
But I feel like my father's handedness probably came into play.
And I got to be honest with you, Anthony, as I'm raising my son.
Sure you do.
I really, really want him to be left-handed.
Is that like how dads with circumcised penises want their kids to have circumcised penises?
No, I also circumcised his right hand so that he would hopefully be...
Got rid of all the foreskin on his hand.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You go to other countries where it's not normalized like it is here, and people just have these floppy skin cuffs around their hands. I think it's gross.
Yeah.
But that's just the way I grew up.
I also think it's a little gross. I just want my son to be comfortable in the shower or washing his hands in the sink.
Sure.
With other kids.
And that's the thing is like when you've got the wrist foreskin, you always have to roll up your sleeves or wear short sleeves.
Yeah.
Because otherwise
you're
you get
wearing
water
sleeves,
splashing everywhere.
You're wearing sleeves either way.
It's
really.
like pirate cuffs on your hand. And I think it's dirty.
Cuffs. Skin cuffs.
I think it's dirty, and I choose to believe.
It's not. I mean, I wouldn't shame anybody.
Also religiously.
I have a hard time watching any porn with people with skin cuffs.
Sure. Who wouldn't? But once again, that's just cultural. If you come from somewhere like, say, England,
right,
where people just leave their skin cuffs on,
they all have skin cuffs,
on their hands. Yeah, handcuffs are something different.
Differently. The skin cuffs and handcuffs.
But it makes it so much harder to escape handcuffs. And that's why people who have uncircumcised hands make shitty magicians.
That's right.
There, I said it.
David Copperfield?
Well, shitty escape artists. They can hide coins and cards. It's so much
up
easier.
My sleeve.
It's
except my hand.
Hey, what about your hand foreskin though? I know how he does this trick.
I've seen this one.
Oh my God, Dave, you're drunk at the Magic Castle again. I know how he does this.
Excuse me.
He keeps it in his floppy skin.
Why are you circumcised?
Yeah, a real magician would be hand circumcised. But no, what I mean
is...
That's
what they say Houdini was Jewish, right?
Houdini was Jewish.
That's why he was so amazing.
He was the greatest.
That's why he was so amazing.
Is Copperfield Jewish?
I don't know.
I feel like he is. But I just naturally assume, being Jewish, I naturally assume anybody I look up to is Jewish until I hear otherwise.
Well, look at his hands. You'll be able to tell.
You can always tell by the hands. That, my friend, is fucking prejudice. No, so yeah, you want your kid to be left-handed.
I kind of do, and I'm sort of hoping. I kind of put when we're feeding him, I put food down on his little tray on the left-hand side. So
tie his right arm behind his back.
I hold him down and yell in his face, left.
Slap him with the ruler, but on the other side, so it's okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to correct the wrongs.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. You could use the ruler slap for good.
Yep.
Not for ill.
There's no such thing as a bad ruler slap. Same way there's no such thing as a bad gun, Jeff.
Oh, I see.
Do you have the lump on your ring finger from somebody teaching you how to hold your pencil wrong?
I don't know.
I have a callus here, which is kind of visible because my teachers didn't know how to tell a left-handed kid how to hold his pencil.
Speaking of pencil, I would get the black strip on the pad of my hand.
Oh, for sure.
Every day at school. I hated it.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
It was so awful. That is why, honestly, that is one of the big reasons I think I got into computers, because I could type I was like one of the first kids that would bring in any papers I had to write typed, because when I was younger, there weren't computers. You can make the old joke if you want.
No, everybody knows that you're ancient. We assume
I would bring them in. I had a dot matrix computer. I would bring them in. I'd tear the things off the edges and bring them in. All the other kids were writing them. I just didn't want that experience of getting shit on my hand every time.
As an art student, it was very, very hard for me because you have to learn to like keep your palm off of your paper.
Smears.
And just even a little bit, even if just a little bit.
Oh, you get smears.
Huge smears.
It's the worst.
But you also kind of learn to like draw kind of right to left because it doesn't matter which way you draw. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's one of those things where the impediment causes us to have to work harder and therefore be better.
Well, I think to an extent, if there is such a strong connection between handedness and brain activity, that is genuinely what I think. I think
it's because rich kids never accomplish anything,
right? But
because they don't have any challenges.
Exactly. Rich kids, garbage. Most of them gymnasts. So using scissors with the wrong hand, or like using anything with the wrong hand. Actually, now that I think about it, there aren't many things that force you to use your right hand, other than like playing guitar, which I had to do right-handed.
Yeah.
And
I mean, scissors really was the big one.
And scissors and batting, which like as soon as I was able to never go up to bat again, that went away.
Yeah.
As soon as I had the ability not to sports,
you'll never know when someone's gonna
sportsing.
Someone's gonna call you up to bat. You never know.
You never know.
You just one day someone's like,
I'll be at a Dodgers game. And the heart attacks, all of them.
That's right.
And they'll be like, somebody's got to come up. Somebody's got to come up here.
Seat 14J. Please report to the batter's box.
We're going to replace the roster the same way we give away bobbleheads and free beers. Check your ticket stub.
They put you on the kiss cam.
Yeah, they put you on the kiss cam, and if you smooch, then you're in the starting lineup. It's like, no!
Look at that smooch. That guy's clean up.
Smooch.
There's a cleanup hitter right there, baby.
You're it. You're in.
He's got the long ball.
Congratulations.
Hey, Anthony, it sounds like you think this is all bullshit. And despite being a left-hander yourself, you think that we are not genetically superior, which I just inherently deny.
I don't think left-handed makes you... I don't think there is a natural superiority to being left-handed, but I do think certain environmental things can... obviously, like, what you do every day contributes to how your brain grows and changes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I do believe that handedness could be connected in that way, but, like, hey, if you're right-handed, try doing some shit with your left hand. They tell you to do that anyway, right? Like, all those bullshit blog posts that are like, hey, close your eyes and brush your teeth with the opposite hand and you'll never get Alzheimer's because it's not genetic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those are really useful.
Those are super useful. But I don't know. Give it a shot. Try some things left-handed. See if you develop psychic powers.
Maybe
all the left-handeds do. Did we bury the lead here?
We should have talked about the psychic powers.
We should have talked about the psychic powers, but unfortunately now we're out of time.
Yeah.
So just let us know what you think.
Well, we already know. We already know,
but for all the other right-handed people out there, tweet at us with what you believe.
Yeah, if you're left-handed, by the way, don't tell the right-handed people what they're thinking because it freaks them out.
Oh, they hate it.
Man. Woof.
You can hashtag those batter up.
Yeah.
And I'm at A Carboni.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
And hey, guys, this is weird. You know, it's super kind of like odd bringing this up, but
what? You can say it.
I feel like we'd be tooting our own horn.
Oh, dude, toot away.
God damn if we don't have the best fucking t-shirts and hats and shit out of any fucking podcast.
Suck it, other podcasts.
Suck it, other podcasts. My God, our shit is dope.
Damn, girl.
We have concerns.com/shop.
You want to look fly?
You just go.
Wear it.
You tell us how you feel.
Yeah.